I'm in the Glossary of Bible Terms in the New World Translation 2013 again, and I'm looking at Mediator right now, and it says here, one who intercedes between two parties in order to reconcile them. In the scriptures, Moses and Jesus are the mediators of the Law Covenant and the New Covenant, respectively. If you are a Jehovah's Witness, you are taught that the governing body, or the faithful and discreet slave class, are the mediators for the great crowd. So they are actually taking the place of Jesus, who is the mediator between God and men, which is brought out in the scriptures. But according to the Watchtower, the faithful and discreet slave class are the mediators, the anointed class, for the majority of Jehovah's Witnesses. So that makes me think of a high priest or high priests. So let's look at high priests. Under the Mosaic Law, the principal priest who represented the people before God and supervised the other priests, also called the chief priest. He alone was allowed to enter the most holy, the innermost compartment of the tabernacle, and later of the temple. He did so only on the annual day of atonement. The term high priest is also applied to Jesus Christ. In the scriptures, Jesus Christ is the last high priest. But the governing body, the faithful and discreet slave class, they come in and they call themselves the mediator for the majority of Jehovah's Witnesses, the great crowd. They are the so-called anointed, you could say, high priests, because they make themselves into that class, which actually does not exist in the scriptures. So there's one more word I want to look at, and that word is Antichrist. Let's read it. The Greek term has a twofold meaning. It refers to that which is anti, or opposed to, Christ. It may also refer to a false Christ, one in the place of Christ. All people, organizations, or groups that falsely claim to represent Christ, or claim to be the Messiah, or that oppose Christ and his disciples can properly be called antichrists. So we looked at three terms today: mediator, high priest, and antichrist. All three terms are what I believe the Watchtower Society fulfills. The governing body, the faithful and discreet slave class, are antichrist.